Hey everyone, it's Ian from Port Sunlight River Park. Just following on from part 1 of our bird feeders, so this is part 2. I'm just going to talk to you about different types of bird feeders and what feed you can use to encourage birds into the garden or backyard. Okay, we've got some mealworms here. Mealworms are great, they can be used loose on the ground or in little trays. Really good for encouraging young birds and obviously robins. Robins are great in the garden. We've got the niger seed, which you might not know about, and this is very good for the finches, the likes of goldfinches, greenfinches we're about a lot. You can get individual feeders for them. We've got another type which is called a winter warmer, you'll see these in the shops as well. This is a mix of all different types of seed in there and a bit of fat. Quite a good one, high energy feed that one, really good. Obviously we've got, everyone knows this, for peanuts. Great feed for all different types of birds, but remember to put them in a kind of secure enclosed feeder, because not to feed whole nuts unless they're inside there, because little birds can choke on them. The other thing as well, which you've probably seen a lot of, is obviously sunflower seeds, the black ones. They're in the skins, as it were. Good feed for all different types of birds, particularly blue tits, cold tits, that type of thing. And then you've got the actually sunflower hearts. They are a bit more expensive, but they're less mess. They are good to have. Really encourage all type of different birds, and that'll go into your feeders as well. So just coming on to kind of the different types of feeders we've got. We did in part 1, we made a fat ball. So what I've done with our fat ball is just popped it into a holder. You can do a number of them. Probably quite a nice cheap way of getting them all, and you've made them yourselves, which is the fun activity. Hang that one up, as I say, in a sheltered spot. The other thing to think about is using or upcycling, recycling plastic. We're all for that, and trying to minimise use, but why not try and turn it into a bird feeder? All I've done here is just cut out a shape at the top of the bottle, using a pair of scissors. Did it carefully, of course. Made it so it's a nice open big hole, and I just filled it with seed, as you can see. Plenty of that in there. And then all I did as well, just made a little hole in the top, put some wire or string through, and that secures it all in. Yeah, nice and safe there. With our bird feeders, just come back to that one in a minute. You can also use it as a pine cone. You go out and collect any pine cones on your walks and put all your fat and everything around there, and it'll hold it on. Good one to remember there, I guess. Other one to think about, again, just a plastic bottle. You can buy these online now, which is a bird feeder kit. This one we got from Creative Bird Care. They're only a couple of quid. You can see them, and basically it's a little round hole at the bottom that screws into the neck of the bottle, and you get this feeder at the top, which is a really nice little tray for the seed to sit in. And you could do it actually with pencils, so you puncture pencils through the bottle and then create some little slits for the birds to feed on. That would work just as simple as well, which is a really good thing. Obviously what we want to tell you about as well, because you want to ID the birds, of course, and know what's out there. So here's a really good guide from the Field Studies Council, and they've listed the top 50 birds on here, all the different colours and types. You'll start to get to see these out on your walk. You can certainly see a lot of them in the river park. We have a kestrel here, if you didn't know. And then on the back of the sheet as well, there's some information, just give you some ID and information. So for the sake of like 3 or 4 quid, these guides are really good. You can get them from other different species as well, butterflies, insects. Really good one, that one from the Field Studies Council. There's ID guides as well you can go out and buy. You'll have these in some shops. Good make and name is Collins Guides. They're really good. You get different types of birds on there, and that gives you a bit more information about them to look at and go through. Little guides and information is on there. So again, that says it's £9, so not bad. What we have done, which is actually free of course, is our own activity sheet, and we've uploaded these onto our Port Sunlight River Park Facebook page. So you can go out there and do these yourselves. You can print them off, and we did this one for World Environment Day on the 5th of June. So it was a list of 10 things you can actually do in your own garden or at home, different activities, really good fun. Enjoy doing them, of course. We've had a lot of people already told us how great they were. So have a look at them, they're free on our Facebook page. And we also did one which was about the top 10 tips for creating your own wildlife haven. So So you'll see on there different type of things you can actually do in the garden, just to encourage birds, nature, wildlife. Our bird feeder one's on there, you can see that at number 10. You can obviously help create homes for other insects. The more you've got coming to your garden, because we are at home more, you'll actually be able to kind of see what is out there. And again, that relates to your homeschooling and things like that. You can do activities and just kind of take an interest. The more you look, there's always something new to learn about nature. I'm still learning myself every day. That's why it's great being here at the river park. I love it because we do, we get to see nature's all around us. Do come down and kind of see us if you want. We are open. You're welcome to come and visit, of course. Hope that gives you a little insight into kind of what you can do for birds. They are great to watch. There's always something interesting going on, particularly this time of year when there's young birds about. And just keep encouraging them, because they'll stay in your garden throughout the year. Then it's particularly important to keep your feeders and everything going in the winter, of course, because that's when there's less natural food for them out there. But if you're supplying any of these nice little goodies for them, then obviously they'll kind of keep coming back to your garden, and who knows, they might nest in your garden or backyard next year. And we can kind of teach you how to kind of look after them, and we do things like bird boxes and as well. So that's one for another time now. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate you kind of tuning into us all. Hopefully that gives you the kind of understanding of what you can do to help nature along the way.